Hello. Today we are going to learn about the power of magnets. The standard is ask questions to determine cause and effect relationships of electric or magnetic interactions between two objects not in contact with each other. The objective or learning target for today. I can understand the relationship between magnets have with magnets and other objects. The anticipatory set. So we have a bag right here. And today we're going to sort this bag. And what do you guys think we're going to sort this bag into? Let's think about our learning objective for today. And so how do you guys think we're going to separate this bag? So to separate this bag, we're going to separate this bag, the items inside the bag, from magnetic part and non-magnetic part. You guys do not know. And so I will give you guys time to think. Colors, this is easy. Thank you, students. So what we will have, so I'm going to take out some items here. We have a pencil. So this pencil, do we think is magnetic or not? So what do you guys think? Someone in the chat box. You think it's magnetic. Okay, so let's place it in the left side over here. Next, let's take out this pipe cleaner. What do you think? You think this is magnetic? Think about it. Talk to your partners. No. Okay, let's move it to the right side. Now here we have, let's see. We have a battery. Do we think this is magnetic? Yes or no? No. Okay, let's move it to the right. And now we have this little soda clipping, soda cap. We think it's magnetic. Let's move it to the left. Okay. We have a paper clip. Okay. Now let's see. One last one. We have this pin, clothes hanger, pin. We think it's magnetic. Okay, let's move it to the left. One more tricky one. Let's see. Okay, we have this pen thingy. We think this okay. We think it's okay. We see it has metal. Okay, so let's move on to our vocabulary. So for our vocabulary, we have attract, two magnetic items that come together. So for instance, we have these two magnetic, one and one. What they will do, they will stick together. You see, they're sticking together. That means that they attract. Now, if I flip it to the opposite side, they will not attract. They're moving away from each other. See, they're moving away from each other. They don't want to stick to each other. That means they are repelling. So attract means two magnetic items that can come together. Repel means two magnetic items that push away from each other. In magnet, are two objects that can attract metal. So let's see if these can attract metal. Over here, pencil. We said the pencil can. So if we move it, not attracting the metal. But if we go here, it's a little metal on the eraser part. So probably not strong enough. It doesn't stick. But let's move to another metal object. Let's move to this. Let's move to this. Let's see if it sticks. Oh, it doesn't stick. Doesn't stick. So those are not magnetic. Let's go to another object, this one. You guys said that this sticks. Oh, look at that, it's sticking. Well, this magnet is not very strong, but if we get a new one, and I show you guys, this is gonna stick because it has a metal wire inside. So it's magnetic, but it is metal. Let's try again. See, it's metal and it's not sticking. Look at that, it's not magnetic. So we move on. Let's move on. And let's read this, magnet. Let's read this about magnet. A magnet is any object that can attract metals such as iron, steel, or cobalt. A magnet can also attract or repel. So we learned about attract and repel. They either come together or they push apart. And I want you guys to remember those two words of coming together and pushing apart, attract and repel. And so lastly, for something else, magnetic poles. I showed you guys these two magnets we have. They have north and south, N and S on both sides. That represents the magnetic poles. So if we put north and south together, they will attract. But if we put south and south together or north and north together, they will repel. So we move along. So now you guys understand about attraction and repel. So let's move on to our guidance practice. And I want you guys try to answer this. I will help you guys with it. So on this first question, I will write it and answer for you guys. On this first question right here, it is asking us if we put south and south together, so you guys can see south is here and south is here. If we put them together, what are they going to do? What do you think they're going to do? Let's see, let's answer. So we have one student saying they're going to repel. Do we have any other ones? Any other students? What do we think? So repel, right. So if I'm pushing together, they're pushing apart. They're not attracting, they're not coming together. So our answer here would be repel. Now, let's move to the next one over here. Let's move to the next one. And we're going to have it on top of one another. We have north and south here. And we're going to put it right on top of each other, right? What are they going to do? What are they doing? They're sticking, right? North and south, they're sticking. Look at that. They're sticking. Good. Everyone, attract. Good answer. Now let's see, what about this one? We have a different magnet now. This one. Would that make a difference? Let's see. We want north and south on one end, and we want this on the other. What are they doing? What do we think they're going to do? Look at that. What are they doing? They're sticking. They're attracting. Yes. Look, I'm not holding it. Magnet. Strong. So they're attracting. Good. Now, and we would have two of these facing opposite direction, but north and north would be together and south would be together. What would we think they would do? Push apart. Okay, but what is the correct vocabulary word we've been saying? What's another? Repel. Yeah, so they will be repelling. Correct. Okay, and now for the last one, if we have south here and we put south over it, what are they going to do? Are they sticking? Well, look, they're pushing each other. I don't know if you can see. Look at that. It's pushing away. Doesn't want to stick. Pushing away. They're not sticking. They're repelling. Good. So if we move on, let's move on to our independent practice. Oops, sorry, guys. If we move on to our independent practice right here, what do we, this is something we will all work on, and you guys will have 10 minutes, 15 minutes to work on all of them for the independent practice. We will move on. The next, after doing independent practice, we will have our assessment. For this assessment, we will be taking a quiz on what we learned today. Attract and repel, and just like our independent and guided practice, they have similar questions. And we have two questions at the top, and I'll give you a hint. They're very important words about what we learned today. You guys will take this, and that will be 20 minutes for this class time. And now we will move on to the fun part. And the fun part is this. We're going to need some borax and water, which we have here. We're going to need some glue that we have in here. We are going to need some magnets that we also have. And lastly, some iron filling. So this is shades of iron. I don't know if you guys can see in there. Look at that. Look at all that iron in there. We are going to use that to make a magnetic slime. And it's going to be really fun. Let's show each other how we can make it. But everyone's going to work in group. We're going to all get in groups of 4 within your table. And we're all going to work together with this. We're going to create this magnetic slime. And first, we're going to start with this container. I'm going to move my camera down so we all can see. So we're going to start with this cup of glue, which will already be filled up for you guys. And then after, we're going to mix some borax and water together, which will already be mixed for you guys. Okay, we're going to take some, just a little bit of that, and we're going to drip it in there. We're going to drip and we're going to mix in together. It's going to look all cool, slimy, but a little bit at a time. We can start adding a little bit more. Okay, and keep on mixing. Then we're going to get this slime. Keep mixing until it hardens. So what you will do, you'll keep on adding little bit by little bit, and it will turn into this, a slime. I don't know if you guys can see that. It will turn slime, it will get hard a little, and you keep mixing. You keep stirring until you're able to get all the glue from off the side. See that? It's looking a little bit better. Keep on going. Break the side and keep mixing. After you do that, you should be able to keep mixing and take some out. Scrape it out with your hand. There you go. And if it's still sticky, you just take some more of this and put some right on. And mix it up. Keep going. It will get messy, but we will all work together in this process. Okay, look at that. Slime is stretchy, it's nice. And it's still sticking to me. So all that means we add a little more. And if you guys need help, raise your hand and I can come around and help you guys, you and your group. Okay, after the filing is made and it feels great, you can play, you can stretch it, you can roll it around. After that, we will be taking some filing. We'll take some iron filing and we'll just shake it on up in here, which will already be pre-measured for you guys. And after we do that, we put it in here together and stretch it around. Then it will start changing colors. See that? You start seeing it in here. Work it around. So we're going to be doing this for the rest of the class. Will probably be the next 15, 20 minutes with our group. Then after we do that, if you guys want to add a little more, come around, come talk to me, and we will help you. I will add it, and not you alone. You come, you mix it, and then you keep mixing it around. And when you think you're done, you can lay it on your desk, just like that. Then we have magnet. Take a magnet and you can watch something cool happen. Look at that. Isn't that cool? This is what I like the most. I just take it in here, put it in my hand, and look what happens. It just absorbs it. It absorbs it all. Kind of hard to take it out after. That's why I don't like doing it that much. But that is how we can make this magnetic slime. We can go be cool and we can talk to our friends and show our parents what we made in class today. So let's go over what we learned today in our review. We learned we learned about magnets and their relationship, how they can attract and repel. And we learned about magnetic poles and what that mean as well. And lastly, we created this fun thing and we can just watch. That is amazing. That is great. So we made magnetic slime and we learned about magnet. And that is all about the beautiful science. Thank you. Have a nice time at lunch.